Hey guys, Fusebox back on Raid Shadow Legends, and this is going to be fun. So, Kalvalax, if you get him, the first thing I did was just played with him. He's absolutely great right out of the box. You don't have to put a book into him to get good use out of him, especially if you got the right champions to pair up to him. I do not, so we're gonna use him in the most creative ways we can. So what I found out quickly is he's a nuker. His A1 is one of the harder hitting A1s in the game. His A2, as long as the potential of all four hits land, it's one of the harder hitting moves in the game. And his A3 is also one of the hardest moves in the game. So he's not completely rolled up because I'm out of silver. I've been building champions like crazy. But let's go over his skills. It's really easy. Start with his passive. The funnest, easiest piece of his kit. Every time you start a round, he throws out 5% poisons. That's simple on everybody on the team. You kill that wave, you go to the next round, he throws up 4 more. Makes it so easy if you're going to do a poison explosion. It has a 50% chance to place a poison on all enemies at the start of each turn. So every turn he tries to put up another poison. And whenever an enemy places a poison on him, he just removes it, turns it into a continuous heal for 2 turns. So if you're getting poisoned, he's in good shape. Other than that, we'll go over him in a minute. So his A1. This goes out, attacks one enemy, has a 40% chance that books up to 55 of increasing the duration of all poisons, which actually comes in pretty handy. His AI likes this a lot. Sometimes you got to force him into other moves, but this is good, especially if you're using him on Clan Boss. He's going to go out, increase those poisons, keeping them up, so you don't need extra poisoners. A2 attacks one enemy, but it places an extra hit for each poison debuff up to 3 extra hits. So because of the amount of poisons you'll likely have, you're always going to get a 4-hitter out of his A2, making all 3 of these moves hit extremely hard. But Storm of Vitriol is absolutely gross. This is a enemy max HP and attack based move. It attacks all enemies, kind of like Royal Guard. The damage increases per poison on them. So you're going to want to stack poisons. He does stack a lot of poisons, and off the bat, he instantly stacks 4. But afterwards, if you're like trying to down a boss with poisons, he probably will pair up better with another poisoner, because they'll be able to lay them quicker, or somebody with poison sensitivity, or both, right? But anyways, his aura is actually 19% in all battles, usable anywhere you go, and he hits like a truck. So that's how we're going to use him. We're going to use him in a kind of a nuke build. We're going into Helm Smasher. We are taking things like Opportunist. If we take him into Doom Tower or anything, we could be attacking people who are stunned, sleeped, whatever. They increase our damage. So basically, we're going for things like Whirlwind of Death, first hit to hit harder, so we can test that big hit in waves. Kill streak to speed him up, strengthen him up. He's going to use his A1 a good bit on bosses, so I do want that to kind of increase damage. Helm Smasher. I took some accuracy. He puts out a lot of debuffs. I want his turn meter going as we use those up. And this, I'm actually not getting use out of Lore of Steel, but I will likely rebuild him in the future, or at least add maybe a perception set. And Master Hexer, he's laying in poisons. We want him to last forever. So on his artifacts, this is a broken set that I have mixed up, but he is in Savage gear. We're going to be using a critical rate aura most everywhere we go. Bad L, he pairs up well because of poisons, and he brings a crit rate. So we're going to leave him at 86% with almost 250 crit damage, and about 4,000 attack. That's going to go up quite a bit when I roll these up and get the extra rolls underneath them. So, if he lands at 4,500 or so on attack, with that kind of crit damage in a Savage set, he's definitely going to do some serious damage. And so he's attack based. You're going to want to stack attack. You're going to want, he's kind of squishy. That is really low HP. It's not the worst defense, but for a legendary, that's pretty low. So it's kind of hard to keep him alive. Keep that in mind, depending on how you're using him. But as long as he gets to the wave, he's already done a lot for you just by throwing up poisons. So his accuracy is at 262. That is plenty for all the regular content. So let's go take him for a spin. All right, so Dragon is screaming for him to come on Dragon. So let's real quick go to 19 because his affinity is the wrong for 20. I want to stay under 20 so we see what he does against the Dragon where we're not capped at 10%. And then we'll go try one like stage 25 where he also works. This is my my little Kalvalax team I threw together. We want to see, can he nuke the waves? So we're going to kind of slow down the first round. And basically we're planting poisons, slow this down. There's his poisons. He missed one. How did he miss one with that accuracy? Now we're going to weaken defense. And now we're going to poison some more. And hopefully she's going to waste one turn the way I set it up. And here's his big hit. That's his A3 and can wipe a wave. Can absolutely wipe a wave. We were so close on that. So I'm set up to actually go through a little bit and reset. But we started out with all these poisons. Every turn he can add another one to the entire team. There's a chance anyways. We added a few. There's that A. Look at that. Look at that, hitting for 25,000 4 times. Another 100,000 from his A2. And here we're going to get that big smack. And again, you could tell he could wipe a wave. All I need is to get that attack up. If I had, I don't know, 5 million silver, I'd roll those pieces up and we'd be good to go. Add a few glyphs. Absolutely can wipe waves on 20 down. And that's not bringing a poison exploder. Obviously, you don't need him to do poison explosion. You can get a level 40 Taurus, bring him in, somebody like Bad L, and then get Zavia or Elinarl and just blow the poisons up to get to the waves. But looky here. Look at the damage we're doing here. I actually talked right through one. Look at that, 720,000. This dude can hit. He can hit. He just took about a third of that Dragon's health in one big hit. And look, his A1 hitting for 96,000. Of course, again, stage 20 down. This is what he can do. Absolutely a monster. So we actually went to 19. I haven't seen a 4-star piece of gear in a long time. That's really all because of him. That would have worked out just fine without him, but it would have been a slow poison to death fight. So let's go to 25 and let's just see how this plays out. It's not going to be the same as 20. There's a big difference when you get above 20. But we'll keep it going fast. We're setting up exactly the same. More poisons and then waste a turn, big smack. And still hitting for 120,000. Absolutely amazing. So we could speed this up. We know we can't wipe waves. So let me real quick back out of here. I'll be right back. So we're just going to add somebody who actually can benefit from all those poisons being up and get a big hit himself, Solus. So maybe now we can crush through these waves really quick. And when we get, I should have left the reset in there. But here we go. We'll go through the waves real quick. We'll at least watch the first one and then see how he does on the boss on level 25. He made pretty quick work of the waves without the ability to just one-shot them. Look at all that damage. 40,000 4 times. His A2 coming in strong. We should get around to his big hit. We increased duration of poison debuffs. And here we should get his big hit, which lines up perfectly. Let's see how big it hits. Not his big hit. But an A1 for 100,000, we'll take that. I didn't set his AI. He's using that A1 and that A2 over and over. You see how squishy he is. You definitely want to be able to keep him alive, but all we need, let's see if he uses that big hit again. You know what, we're going to take it off auto because I want him to use this hit. Still, almost 500,000 with the cap because it's based half on, we'll go back to this. It's not just based on max HP, I suppose, or that might have been 10%. But either way, an amazing hit on level 25. So you see his A1, the AI is a little broken. If you don't make a team and set him up, he's going to like the A1 an awful lot when you get on a boss. which can be handy. We'll show that real quick with Ice Golem. So we'll go ahead and do 20 so that we're not in the waves too long. I don't know if he quite can one-shot these waves, but we'll just do that same team we started out with. On the boss, with this team, he will use his A3, and it can actually wreck us. So let's watch the first wave. I'll come back at the boss, and you'll see how he can actually make us die by doing too much damage at the wrong time. Look, he just wiped that wave. Absolutely beautiful. Let's see if we get to the second wave. It shouldn't take long. All right, here we go. Wipes him down. So he's really good here. You start out with poisons. We have another poisoner. He's going to be extending them, bringing them. Now, if we let the AI stay in control here, it would play out pretty well. We would kill the ads and then A1, keeping the poisons up for pretty much the entire fight. But that giant hit means we're going to set this thing off at the wrong time eventually. Now, the first time he does it, he'll wipe these two side ads. I think it's coming up next. He'll kill him, which makes it fairly safe for us. But then, if he does it again, while they're up again, now Lydia will get us one round without him. Here, no, not yet. If he times it right, we'll get through it. Ooh, in a pretty good time. See, that one was halfway bad, poorly timed. But when he tries to revive him next time, we should deny the revive, which might keep us alive. We don't have much healing going on, though, so we didn't really bring a team for survivability. Now, Bad L, look at that hit, 700,000. Bad L could solo this if I had him in the right gear. He's not in the right gear. He's fast enough and strong enough. But, oh, look, he got us one shot. And so that's his problem. Now, you can take that AI and let it run like the team I ran on Dragon 25, and he probably will do just fine there. But I wanted to show how he can mess you up. He's actually really good for Ice Golem, but he can mess you up if you use that A3 on the boss. The only way I know to control it is to let the AI... well, let's test it. The AI should let you go through this fight and use the A3. So we're just going to take him out and put him back in. That will clear the AI. She's not going to reset when we want her to now. Let me just fix the team. I need her to open with an A1 and then reset on the second turn so I didn't have to speed tune everybody. So we want him to work off of his AI. Let's just put this back. Oh, put this back to here. And now let's see how this team works. Let's see how it goes this time. Interesting to see. Will he nuke down the waves but not nuke down the boss? We'll just speed through this. Okay, he nukes down the waves. So let's kind of run through this and just see what he does.
Joyride, a hit and run. I thought I loved you and you thought I was fun. I'm moving on down the road. Watch me as I go, watch me as I go. Should I look both ways before you cross me, baby? Cause I don't break for boys. I'm moving on.
All right, so, I mean, that's a good time. And it's almost as fast as when my seer comes in. So really not bad, but he will get you killed on that boss. You might have to decide, is it worth bringing him for his passive and turning off his A3 on Ice Golem? Everywhere else, he's pretty amazing, though. So let's get rid of this. Weird set. Doesn't make sense. Okay. We'll go ahead and see if we can take out a team in Arena. First, I have to find a team that I'm faster than, so we can go straight into debuffing and him smacking. Let's see, we got the poisons up. Not as many as I'd like, but we're going to go ahead and debuff them. And, I mean, it's a pretty good hit. If If we're fast enough, Lysandra could be replaced with Bad L and maybe wipe the team. Maybe wipe that team. Let's play this on out. Let's see everything else in action here. Let's make sure she doesn't take a turn. The poisons are actually ticking everybody to death, which is great. Let's try to remove some buffs. And we just want to get back around to him and see if he can actually wipe this Duchess. I mean, she's half dead, but this big hit should do it. Oh yeah, plenty of damage. So definitely good in arena as well. You don't have to set him up with poisons to get that damage. He's going to set himself up before it even starts. And they actually come out before Hegemon moves. They come out before Nekrat does anything. It's the first move that seems to hit on any team that you go against. So it's pretty solid. You put him on a tanky team. Let's try that real quick. So the question now is, if we can stay alive, will the poisons be enough to do damage while we're struggling? Now, he doesn't really put up a ton of poisons after the fact. But let's just see how it plays out. We'll just let this go on auto. Hegemon trying to take a hit. We are protecting Kalvalax. He has the lowest HP on the team, so he is ready to stay alive. That means blocking debuffs is going to let him get the big smack. It kind of helps you get started. More poisons are coming out. He got a weak hit, of course, but it seems to be working out just fine. And even if you're just spinning wheels, they're dying from poison damage. He's pretty cool. He's just a cool offensive hero. Fun. I mean, funner than most heroes. Come on, he just starts the fight out by throwing poisons all over the place. And I want to test something real quick. Let's go to a lower end, the stage 20 on hard mode, and let's throw him in here because I noticed something not long ago. You know, it says, we're going to read his kit real quick because it says that he turns whenever an enemy places a poison on this champion, he instantly removes it and replaces it with a 15% continuous heal. So let me get you to the Nether Spider and let's see if that's true. Okay, so we're going to take this off auto. Now watch. Kalvalax is right here. It only does it on the first poison. You see what I'm saying? The first one, it took it off, it put a continuous heal. So it doesn't do it on multiple poisons. And he's really squishy. He's a really squishy character. So let's cleanse him off. And we want to see some more things. We want to see some more. Now that he puts up the poisons before the spiderlings come out, so you're not getting help there. Just to be clear, he's not actually putting the poisons on the spiderlings. We're just going to A1 here. But I want to see, can he wipe them with that small amount of poisons? Can he wipe those? And what kind of damage does he? He does a lot of damage to the boss. And he can wipe them. It looks like I should have put Bad L in lead, so I had full crit. I forgot about that. Yeah, I just had to clear poison off of him with that cleanse. So it's not really as amazing. I just thought that it would work on all poisons. Apparently it's the first one. Definitely good to know. So there you go. Kalvalax, actually created by one of the players, won the contest. So congratulations to you. But just ridiculous. Again, out of the box, this passive is ready to go. He does that part so if you've got a poison explosion, it's gross, right? I have Karam built. I can show you in a poison explosion. It's actually really good on the dragon boss, but not so good on the waves. He just kills one person at a time. But, booking this out is all damage. It is worth it. That's 30% more damage. That's a huge boost to that huge smack. This is all damage. It seems worth it if you're using him. And this small chance to increase debuffs is going to be more important on bosses. And this is just damage. So you don't have to book him at all to get a lot of use out of him. But is he worth books and a Savage set? I say yes. That's a lot of damage with a really cool mechanic that nobody else can pull off. He doesn't have to do a thing. Poisons are everywhere. Every turn there's more poisons. He's like an AoE occult brawler, but he starts out with 4 already up. Super, super cool. I can't believe I luckily pulled this guy. It's just ridiculous. But I can't wait to finish rolling him up and get some more rolls. Get this guy really hitting hard. I'm trying so hard to see if I don't think he's going to be able to one-shot waves in level 25, but he's really, really close. It's easily cleaned up by another heavy hitter. But waves, if you're on stage 20 or down on these dungeons, I mean, you could take him, the spider. He does hits just as much as Cold Heart, Royal Guard. You could do that 13-second spider team. Really, really cool. So anyways, thanks for sitting through it. Congratulations if you got him. Definitely worth hoping for. And if you get him, you can build him up and start using him right away. If you're just trying to clear waves and you've got a Zavia or Eleanor and you don't have anybody to help you throw out poisons, him and a Taurus are probably all you need to start wiping those waves and doing big damage to the bosses. He's that good. When you're trying to get the damage out of him, he's worth all the effort. He really is. He's top notch, top 15, 10% of the game on all of his A1, A2, and A3. So he's worth building out. Thanks for sitting through it. And until next time, enjoy the grind.